and welcome to In My Mug, edition 3 on Monday the 20th of October 2008. My name's Steve Layton and I'm your host, and we're going to be talking about what's in my mug today. So what I've brewed up here is a very, very simple cafetiere. Cafetiere is a fantastic way of brewing coffee. Cheap, easy, doddle. Cafetiere going to cost you £2 or £3 from the local supermarket or hardware store or home store, or basically anywhere. You see these things all the time. I'm not going to try and sell you one because sending them through the post is a nightmare. And the coffee that I'm going to be trying today is from Indonesia. It's from one of the Sumatra Islands, and it's get teeth in. It's a Sumatra Lintong Takanan from Aceh province within the islands. Now, province is quite a good word to use here because the provenance of this coffee is very, very difficult to tie down, as is with all Indonesians. They tend to all come into central drying stations and kind of get processed there. Lots and lots and lots of small farmers. Just like in Rwanda, they have an awful lot of growers growing in their back garden, and there's no real kind of mass producers out there or estates to talk of. So what we have to do is we have to judge the coffees on the cupping table, and you join me here in my cupping lab, so it's kind of quite appropriate place to be doing this. We'll cup as many samples as we can get of Sumatras, and there'll be Lintongs, Mandhelings, and we'll try them and see what we think of them. This one jumped out off the table to us as an incredibly good example. Very clean, but also has a lot of the typical characteristics of spice, pepper, body, earthiness, but not with the dirtiness. Earthiness can sometimes cross a line where it goes into somewhere where it's no longer kind of pleasant and becomes like very dirty. But this one doesn't. Very, very pleased to have this one, and let's get in there and taste it. Before I taste it, I'm going to talk about my mug. This is my Colonel Grumpy mug. Colonel Grumpy is a guy who runs a coffee bus that he's imported from Guatemala. Extremely colourful, bright, lovely, and the Colonel came twice now to the Has Been Roastery where we had our open days, and we were able to have some of our friends come round and sit on the bus, and he's converted it into like a coffee shop seating area, and it was amazing. And it reminds me of the good days, the good times where we had our friends come round. So let's get into the cup. On the front end, earthy, very, very, very earthy, but not, as I kind of keep saying, but not in a dirty way. It's a very, very kind of pleasant earthiness to it. A little bit of herbaceous kind of stuff going in there, so it's a little bit kind of grassy, but not too much, I'm pleased to say, because I don't like grass in my coffee. But then it turns into this real spiciness and almost like a chili pepper spice with cracked black pepper. And I can feel that black pepper just going up and down my tongue. It's fantastic. And then it just mellows out into this kind of black tobacco, that really kind of sharp. You open a tin of tobacco and you get that lovely smell from it. It's that kind of taste, if that makes sense. So let me just get back in there again because I'm enjoying this one. Sumatra is difficult. You can't just kind of say we sell a Sumatra. It's like saying we sell fish. But this is a very, very good fish, and something that we're incredibly proud to offer. And what I want to do is I want to give you a chance to try it. So, another offer code coming up. In my mug, are you getting the gist of these yet? INMYMUG. The code on the end is going to be 1420. That's 1420. So in my mug, 1420. That's going to get you £1 off this coffee for the next 3 weeks. So as of today, the 20th of October, for the next 3 weeks, you can use that code at any time. It's going to get you £1 off on roasted or green. And as somebody pointed out last time, forgot to put it on the 2 kilos. So I'm going to also put the £1 on the 2 kilo bags as well, if that's what you want to go for the green. Give it a try. If you didn't watch the last mini that we did, which I did last week, I was talking about this coffee. It's a very, very short clip, only 3 minutes long, and that's talking about pairing it with a red wine. I've just had a fantastic steak, and I had this really kind of beautiful red wine that was it's a lovely Malbec blend, and this coffee really lived well with it. So go back and have a look at that. I'm hoping to do more of the minis, but please don't expect them every week because I'm finding in my mug being quite challenging to get those out every week. but the feedback that I've had from people, it seems like it's worth the effort. I hope you think so, and thank you ever so much for taking just those 10 minutes out of your day to sit there and watch me yabber on about coffee. It's incredibly humbling, and yeah, you're just the best. So thank you very much for being the internet's best customers. Listen guys, I'm going to finish off there, and I'm going to finish off this mug too, but thank you very much for joining me again, and I look forward to talking to you next week.